Good evening, folks. Thank you all for coming tonight. My name is Diane Lee, and I'm one of the directors here at University High School. We're very excited to present a program of concert band music tonight. The theme of the evening is finales, and we're just going to be showcasing all of our iconic endings from the repertoire. We hope you enjoy it. It should be a good show. beautiful ballad by David Shaffer, by Dawn's Early Light. We hope you enjoyed that one. This group is playing all sorts of different styles of music, and they're doing a really great job about that one. I had a really good feeling about it. I didn't want to jinx it, but they just played so beautifully. Can we give them another round of applause? We have one more piece for you. This is a piece by Frank Tichelli, who's a household name in the concert band repertoire. And this one's called Joy Revisited. The origin of this particular piece has to do with the coming of his daughter's birth. He found himself just humming this really infectious, catchy tune, and he fell in love with that tune so much and decided to orchestrate it for the concert band. And so this particular piece is a celebration of new life and just something that's deeply personal to him. So we hope you enjoy Frank Tichelli's Joy Revisited. I'm so sorry, I did want to do one more thing. Seniors in the group, can you please stand up for us to recognize you? Seniors in the group? We would not be able to have quite as successful a concert band if it weren't for our experienced seniors who are, perhaps trying out a different instrument. We've got a tuba player right here on the flute for some reason. And so, yeah, we really love having them here, and folks like that are what make this particular ensemble so deeply special. So as we play this celebratory overture celebrating new life, we hope to also celebrate what comes next in your chapters as well. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you everyone for being here. Tonight's concert theme is finales. In music, the finale is the grand ending to the musical experience. Not only are the bands performing finales, but this concert marks the end of the school year. Each performance you hear is the culmination of students' growth and musical accomplishments as individuals and as ensembles. We have one more piece as our finale for the Symphonic Band. We hope you enjoy. Thank you.
that was a Jubilant Overture by Alfred, another household name in the concert band literature, and it gets a little bit trying in the month of May, so it's very impressive that these folks were able to pull off that high level of literature here in the sort of dying age of the school year when people just kind of want to relax, everybody's looking forward to summer vacation. So that particular piece was written as a reflection on the joys of spring, the exuberance of youth, and all those things that these guys are super looking forward to come June. So one more round of applause for the Wind Ensemble, please. I'll speak a little bit about the next piece while we wait for Philharmonic Orchestra to join us on stage. We have a really cool program for you, finales. So one of the iconic finales that we programmed tonight is the finale from the Firebird. The Firebird is a ballet. Some of you may be familiar with it. It's a very famous total work by Igor Stravinsky. He wrote 3 great ballets, The Rite of Spring, Petrushka, and the Firebird. In the numbers that we're playing today, Berceuse and the finale, what's essentially happening on stage as the dancers are working around is the story goes, it's an ancient Russian folklore that there's an evil wizard that captures and enslaves young princesses, and they're just forced to do his bidding. And a young prince falls in love with one of those princesses and decides that he's going to free them. And with the help of the mystical Firebird, decides, okay, let's set these princesses free. So he pulls out the Firebird's feather and summons the Firebird, and she comes to his calling. They sort of cast a spell on the evil wizard and everything that he's doing. They're sort of lulled to an unwilling sleep, a Berceuse. And so as everybody's sleeping, the young prince finds an egg that houses the evil wizard's soul, and he destroys that egg, and you hear this beautiful horn solo that signals the daybreak as a new dawn arrives, and the newly freed lands are just awash in sunlight and optimism and all the wonderful things that we love. So this is Berceuse and Firebird from Igor Stravinsky's Berceuse and finale from Igor Stravinsky's ballet, The Firebird. It's been a long day. So without further ado, let's please welcome on stage the Philharmonic Orchestra joining the Wind Ensemble.
everyone, and thank you for being here. If you don't know me, my name is Christine. I usually don't talk at these concerts, mainly because I want to highlight the students' work, but then also sense my stutter. So thank you for your patience. This is a really special night. This is the seniors' last concert. So I have a few things I want to say about them. And again, thank you for the patience. Okay. So, as I mentioned before, the concert's theme is finales. And for our seniors, this is the grand finale to their musical journey here at Uni. The seniors began their high school career in the fall of 22, which is also the year that I accepted the position here at Uni. So this class, the class of 26, it is my first true graduating class. That there are students here who have had me for all 4 years. There are about 30 of them who had me all 4 years for 2 classes all that time, and one special person who had me for all 4 years in 3 classes and in music theory. So, needless to say, I spent a lot of time with this group of students, and it's hard to imagine how the school is without them. Their first band camp was my first band camp here. Their first time playing here was my first time on the stage. So it's been an incredible 4 years seeing them grow and become both the role models and the leaders of this program. They are the very best of us. I'm so proud of you guys. Seniors from band and orchestra and in the audience, would you please stand to be recognized? And the Catholic A fun fact, all the band seniors that you saw standing were in my first bands here at Uni, so it's really cool to see them at their first concert here to their last concert. This performance, it is special to me, not only because they're playing my favorite symphony, but this is the last time that I will conduct the senior class, my first class here at Uni. Seniors, I'm so grateful to have been your teacher. I hope that you made lots of great memories here, and that you found your time here both meaningful and fulfilling in the arts and as people through like band or orchestra, jazz band, marching band, through everything here. I am excited for you to take this next step in your lives. But before you go, I am happy to share this last night with you playing these pieces. So, without further ado, the Wind Symphony and the Symphony Orchestra. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
The fourth movement of Symphony No. 5 is the powerful finale of Dmitri Shostakovich's most famous composition. The symphony was written in 1937 during a difficult and uncertain time in the Soviet Union, when artists received severe repercussions for not abiding by the political expectations. Under the pressure, Shostakovich composed the symphony in such a way that it outwardly conformed to the musical standards, but used musical symbolism to portray the inner turmoil and tension within the nation. While political leaders heard statements of celebration and heroics, citizens resonated with the subversive undertones of grief and forced rejoicing. The piece is a huge musical undertaking, demanding the technical skill, artistry, and maturity needed to convey such emotional intensity. We invite you to listen and decide for yourself what story the music reveals. Please enjoy the finale of Symphony No. 5.
Today I have the pleasure of introducing Capriccio Espagnol! Or as loosely translated, Spanish fantasy. It is a virtuosic showcase of a number of our wonderful musical assets. Firstly, the work is a showcase of our symphony orchestra. I mean, where else can one experience the mournful English horn, the bright splashes of cymbals and trumpets, and the lush blend of horns and cellos in one ensemble? Secondly, the work is a display of Nikolay Rimsky-Korsakov's sheer talent. The self-taught composer is lauded today as a master of orchestration, a painter whose hands deftly wielded the colors of the orchestra such that it evokes, of course, that's what a violin, or clarinet, or harp, or a trumpet which should sound like. Lastly, the work is a postcard of Spanish culture. Each movement, with its continuous rhapsody, is inspired by the songs and folk dances of Spain. Through the clicking castanets, ricocheted violin bows, and the lilting horn choirs, we're transported to a whirlwind of Spanish cantors and fiery flamenco rhythms. We hope you enjoy the rousing fandango finale to end this evening of finales. Thank you.
have one more encore for you, if you want it. Yeah? Seniors in band, can you exit out the theater? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, seniors in the audience, bye-bye. And for this one, can we get the house lights up? And let's pause the video. Is there a scene with blue, possibly? If not, it's okay, red works. Okay, so, as I stall for time, so that the seniors can make their way outside. There are so many people to thank here tonight. Thank you to Mr. Georgino, who's here tonight. Thank you in the back. Mr. Georgino for being here. Thank you to all the teachers and staff and board members who were here tonight. Thank you. Thank you to the parents, to the boosters who are helping out with the ticket sales, with the reception, for everything that we've done this school year. Thank you to the booster parents. And of course, to the students who are here to prepare everything. And most of the concert is a student run, so we have students who are on our stage crew. Come on out, stage crew, if you're still back there. All the heavy lifting. Give it up for Shreya at the soundboard. Thank you to the ushers who are out here. And eventually to the students who are going to serve y'all cake after this. Yay! I also want to thank Mr. Abazajian, who is taping our whole concert. Thank you, sir. And I think I stalled for enough. I'm going to talk slower now. Mrs. Lee just left. We have a tradition here where we play Pomp and Circumstance for the music students. So you'll see them all walking down this front row. If you have things here, you're going to want to tuck them in. There are 65 seniors. We're only doing band tonight. Yes, yay! We're only doing band tonight, then orchestra tomorrow. So this is our band without the seniors. So sad, so sad. But they get to rise up to the occasion right here, right now. Hooray. Can we all do together, band? No one moved. It's great. Oh, is there stuff there? It's fine. It's fine then. It's fine. All right. I think we're about ready to begin. the band class of 2026. Join us in the NPR for cake and desserts, and thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you.